Dude. Bro, why does my internet go out, bro? Chat, why does my internet go out? Why does my internet go out, bro? That is so annoying. Hold on. Live now. Beautiful. Bro. We're live. We're live. We're live. Chat, we're live. Bro, that is so annoying. You know what? There's nothing we can do. It happens. Anyways, what's up, C8? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Bro, I get on. I have like this whole morning routine. I get on, and then my computer just shuts off. Like I'm getting on my computer, I'm doing my analysis, and it just shuts off. And then I try loading it back on. Computer loads back on, and then the internet just doesn't turn on. I don't know what happened last night with my internet or something, but just nothing. But anyways, you can see that we turned up higher. All right, I'm still holding that bearish bias. You can see 930 ripped us up higher. I'm actually not holding that bearish bias. Sorry. We did rip below those lows. We did trade into that hourly fair value gap just like we marked out. Respect constant encroachment. I'm bullish to all-time highs. So I want to see longs. You can see 930 souped below those lows, creating a nice turtle soup setup. But by the time you would take that trade, it would be up here. So far, we wouldn't have had an entry anyways. Okay. So far, we would not have had an entry anyways. We have a 5-minute fair value gap fill here. Right. But I do feel like it's a little bit early. But we do need to get our journal out. What's up, Noah? What's up, Mason? What's up, Vic? So, I'm going to get my my pen and my journal. Why is my camera so dark? Bro! I'm so sick, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I was been sick for so long, and it just got worse today. But anyways, what we are looking for, too early in PMIs at 10. We got time for our setup. Yes, exactly. Lost 2 last week, so I'm back to 5. What do you mean back to 5? So 1 trade a day. Day 2. You can see this is our balance. We had a small loss yesterday. That's our balance, right? I'll pull up the Forex calendar for you guys. You can see today's Wednesday. We have PMI at 10 a.m. So other than that, I mean, like, I think we just wait a little bit. Right, you can see we're in that consolidation range, but we do trade lower into that equal lows, right into that sell side liquidity. If you were in my Discord, chat, okay, look at this. If you were in my Discord, I posted this. Look at what's happening. Look at that. There's a 5-minute fair value gap here. There's an order block down there. But we have news, PMI. I think you just got to be careful. I do think it's going to continue up a lot higher today. But you actually do never know. And right now, there's not enough information for me to engage. Oh, I'm so sick. You can see midnight opened and just instantly traded lower. Right? So we took sell side liquidity. We traded up higher. By the looks of it, we traded into that inversion fair value gap there. So we do have SMT on ES. Buy side liquidity was swept also. You see sell side liquidity swept. SMT and YM, sorry. On terms of ES did the exact same thing. So it looks like we want to be bullish, but with this reaction, it looks like it wants to be bearish. So right now, there's not enough information for me to engage in the markets comfortably. Comfortably. Wow, Reddit's down another 6%. So, I mean, Bitcoin's back to 116K. Apple's doing pretty good. Tesla's 0.3. Everything else is negative. Um, yeah, Netflix is falling, dude. So we just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. We're in that inversion fair value gap. There's also this 1 hour fair value gap down here that it could go soup to. I don't think yet we're going to be completely bearish. Right? Not yet. But we did soup. Look how much we've traded down lower. Right? For us to potentially be bullish again today. I mean bearish again today. That would kind of make... That wouldn't make that much sense. You know what I mean? We open, we barely trade higher. We trade right down lower, taking sell side liquidity in our target. And now we're potentially starting to trade up higher again. So I don't really want to be bearish today. I think we could just be traveling back to that inversion fair value gap. Right? ES is staying a lot higher than NQ. Not a lot higher, but... You know what I mean. Pav, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. But we got one trade a day. I'm going to journal what happened to me before stream. So, internet went out. Internet went out. I'm also sick. Aside from the market. Overall health is a cut risk. But, bro. Fuck, that was so lame. Why did I say that? Just got that long and short up 2K. Let's go, Maximus. Let's go. But again, right now, I want to be bullish, so I'm just gonna be patient here. Oh, I'm so sick. 1 second. Okay. Beautiful. So, still bullish on this bias. You can see we trade below midnight open. We're now in the discount of the day. We are in that SIBI, so I'm not going to take a long yet. We did take these lows, data lows. We did not soup London low-hanging fruit. But, yeah. What we could be doing. We do have that opening range gap as well. We have an opening range gap that has no price action there. I need a tissue. Your thoughts on scalp traders? Like, I used to be a scalp trader. I think it can work very well. You just have to have really good discipline. Did I see Snipes enter today? Oh, nice. Sheesh. Oh, that's this AM. You said he caught all of Asian? I just see the AM. Yeah, nice turtle soup entry. Beautiful. Where's my brother Zahid? Where's Zahid? By the way, if you don't know, this is my free Discord. I post trade recaps, trade analysis, and everything. So make sure to join that. Dude, I need a tissue so badly. But again, it looks like we are turning up now. But we have to be careful. We have news in 5 minutes. I don't think it's worth taking the trade right now. Stop trying to sell a course to us. Mason, are you? Oh, this is MF. This is MF. I know. I knew it. I knew this is MF from TikTok. Bro. When can I stop being sick, man? This has been haunting me for weeks. Nvidia's down 1.2%, which is pretty anticipated after taking all-time highs. You can see it created a fair value gap here, which gives it another reason to reverse up higher, which is also nice. Right? Huge investment with OpenAI. Looks like it could potentially rip up higher. It looks like it's not going to be negative for the rest of the day. This stock went down a lot, but it's up a little bit now. I'm going to keep it on NVIDIA here. We're in that 5-minute SIBI BPR. We're not in the BPR, but we're in the SIBI. I do like those wicks, though. Again, my bias is still bullish. Still looking for longs here. Oh, makes sense now. I know. But again, what I want to do is ideally look for longs. Bro, I'm so pissed that I couldn't start stream on time. I had to start 20 minutes late, bro. That's actually so annoying. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It happens. What are these Drake moves? I know. I do think we're still going to be bullish today. I think this is going to be the move. I don't think it's going to go back down. If it does, it's seek and destroy. But so far, it's looking pretty similar to this, chat. So let's see what Barnes Action does at PMI. YM, on the other hand, still also a lot higher. SMT there. No, YM's lower. ES is lower. NQ's a little bit higher. It would make sense to continue up higher here, though. What's up, John? How's it going? So we got our 1 trade a day challenge here. So if you guys don't know what the challenge is, I'm publicly trading a 150K advanced combine on live, showing all executions and account balances and count numbers so you can see everything. So you can see that we took a 1 trade yesterday down 250. There's our balance. And I'm also sick, so forgive me for my stuffed up voice. It's about to be 10 a.m. You can see we're in that 4-hour candle on NVIDIA, and it's starting to turn up, right? We could potentially have a reversal on NVIDIA, which would also drive a reversal. Could drive a reversal or help a reversal here. I really like that fair value gap, chat, but it's too close to comfort with PMI for me to get into it. Too close for comfort. I need some music. I forgot. I need some music. If I'm going to be sick, I need a little bit of music. See, that's why I didn't take that. Boom. Boom. There we go. Okay, we got 45 seconds for 10 a.m. Let's go. I'm just journaling what's happening. So far, it looks like a potential seek and destroy profile. But it also looks like it wants to reverse lower to lower prices. Now, if that is the case, if it's trading to that BPR and it wants to reverse to lower prices, what is our next draw on liquidity? Because we already took those lows. Our next draw on liquidity would be down here. Right? Unless what we're doing right now is going down to that hourly fair value gap. I really don't see any reason to be bearish here past these lows. So I'm not gonna hold. I'm not gonna take a short regardless of what I see. But what I also see is low probability price action. I also see low probability price action. So we have to be patient. It does look like it wants to turn up though. But it looks very similar to the start of the last session. So we do have to be careful. Remember, one trade a day is all about quality setups. High quality setups. Right? Who here took a trade today so far? No entry yet. No entry yet, chat. Also, I should be annotating on the micro chart because I don't want to accidentally take a trade on minis. So we'll re-annotate here really quickly for my new people watching. You can see I drew out that 4-hour fair value gap that we're in. I'm going to get rid of that though. What was here was sell side liquidity, right? That's what we took. Target, buy side liquidity, partial, weekly high. I don't know why I'm drawing it so far away. Right? We're going to draw midnight open. This is what you should be doing first thing when you get onto the charts. Draws and liquidities, midnight open, PD arrays, right? Those are the things you want to be drawing out. Look up price and dips down back below midnight open here, wicks it, and now wants to turn back up higher. You took a trade, Maximus? What was your trade? I'm guessing you said... I'm guessing you won because you replied with yes, sir. So far, it looks like a potential seek and destroy profile. So I do need to wait for us to break out of this consolidation. Patience. Patience is key. Waiting for a good profile before you enter into a setup is really important. Very important. We had a nice body above consequent correction of that bearish 4-hour fair value gap, which also indicates that we're going to be long. Nice turtle soup on that midnight open there. So, price action is consolidating a midnight open though. So I do need to wait a little bit to see if that's what we're doing is breaking out, or if we're going to reverse back down lower and consolidate a midnight open a little bit more. But so far my analysis was spot on. It was spot on. This was my analysis, chat. Are we exclusive on YouTube? You mean, are we like I only live stream AM session on YouTube, PM on TikTok. So it looks like a beautiful reaction to the upside now. Could potentially get into a long here. I think that was a nice little manipulation prior to PMI. We have a nice little break of structure, fair value gap to the upside here. If I was to take this trade, what would the stop loss look like? 21. Be 11 contracts, 11 minis. I'll go 10 just because I feel like I could get spread a little bit. Just gotta make sure my trade of 8's connected. Yes, it is. I'll put 10 just in case. Looks like it wants to leave it open. I speak English, Peter Hours. I speak English and English only. Okay, potentially be going down to that fair value gap there. The 2-minute fair value gap as well, right? I think I could trade that. I think I should take that trade, a bigger stop loss. We're in the entry now. Eight contracts. Could potentially buy in. Let's just wait for a nice reaction here. Consequent correction has been traded past to both on the 1 minute and the 2 minute, so we do need to wait for a nice little body reaction. Nice respect. What if we turn up to a bullish candle? I'll get into a long here.
Order filled.
Okay. 1 trade a day, chat. It's not the greatest. Why can't I, there we go. Where's my stop loss right there? Should get an instant reaction to the upside now. Good all-time highs there. But obviously I'm going to be taking heavy partials. Partial there. Right, could be going down to that order block, but we're still in that 2-minute fair value gap, which is what matters. Not a good body there, that's for sure. But we also are still in an order block. Looks like another seek and destroy profile, chat. But we can't judge the trade too early, right? There's an order block down here. All right. Let's get rid of the fair value gap so we don't get emotional. I'm not going to get emotional, but just in case. Sometimes when you see price action disrespect the bullish PD rate, when you're bullish, you can just draw out the one that it is respecting. It makes you feel a little better. You can see it touches the upper quadrant, the order block, trades back up higher. The body doesn't body past the whole fair value gap yet. But again, it does look like a potential still seek and destroy profile again. Whoa, that's way more risk than it should be. Right? Did I miscalculate my stop? Oh, it's 37. Yeah, I'm gonna have to close a contract here. I have to close a contract, chat. I break even. I'll close the contract, break even, and if it goes back down here, I'll close it as well. I'll have a take profit and a stop, a mini take profit and a mini stop loss. When you're over leveraged like that, regardless of what happens, yeah, okay, we're at break even now. I'm gonna close one position.
Order filled.
Okay. $6 loss on that. Why did I do that? Because it looks like it's going up. Could have had a little bit of a win. I over leveraged by a little bit, so I closed the contract just in case. But so far, I have a nice reaction off that order block. A little bit of a delayed reaction, but it is in that macro as well. So let's see if we can deliver a price above. Nice reaction there. Stop with your Chinese stuff, bro. Where's take profit? So I have a bunch of partials. Take profit will be all-time highs, but I don't think we might not go up there today. There's a possibility, but I do have a lot of partials here. It's going to be more of a conservative type of trade today. But judging based off this daily candle, right, we manipulated all morning. We have the distribution, right? So we have a partial to the our first partial. Where is she? Our first partial is the current day high. Our second partial is the previous day high. Our third partial is that previous day high, and then our take profit will be all-time highs. But I don't think we might not go all the way up there. There's a possibility that will be a runner. Am I still in? Yeah, you can see. Day 2, yep, Christopher, it is day 2. It looks like a potential another seek and destroy. So that's what kind of worries me, is it's pretty rare to have 2 seek and destroys, but it is common for it to happen during an NFP week. And if it is 2 seek and destroy days in a row, then this trade will probably lose. But if it's not, which it should not be, I should at least get a nice partial off. But this is, if we go to all-time highs, that's a pretty fat tick stop. So far, we have nice momentum to the upside. I do want to see that previous 15-minute candle broken. Once that happens, I'll drag my stop loss to that low. Yes, this is the first trade of the day, day 2. I have not taken any other trades. You can see here, here's the account balance. Here's the profit so far. Now it's 192, you can see. You can also see that it's going to show on my trade of 8 that I took a different entry. Like I closed one because I accidentally added too many positions there. So I had to close one off. Nice reaction to the upside here. Beautiful reaction, chat. Is that traded for you? Yep. Beautiful reaction there, chat. Why take long if you mind explaining? So I'll show you this profile here and explain it. You can see, right? This morning I was anticipating consolidation manipulation into those lows, right? Into that fair value gap that we turn up to all-time highs. That was my prior analysis yesterday. You can see today, what do we do? Consolidate down to that, take those equal lows into that 1 hour fair value gap and reverse. So based off of that, my logic is I'm going to be, do I look at back? No, I don't. I'm an ICT trader. I'm looking for the highest taken. But once we take this high, I am going to drive my stop loss to that low. But so far we have a nice rally up higher. I do want to see a little bit more speed, but we do have a nice rally, right? A beautiful 15-minute body as well. So if this is a seek and destroy day, there's a possibility of it going down here. But if it's not a seek and destroy day, this is pretty low probability for me to go all the way back down to my stop. Chat, take a screenshot. Partial, buy side. Every single high that I marked out, previous day high, previous day high, previous day high, all-time highs. We have that new 5-minute candle, new 15-minute candle. We haven't done anything in that 15, so we should distribute above the highs for the 15-minute candle. Stops to break even for me. Entered at 808. Nice. Nice entry. I would potentially be careful at a break even stop there. Maybe put it at that low, but if that's your model, then stick to it. And it's going to be trash today. Look how London behaved. Yes, but that was a manipulation draw. All right. You can't, this is a manipulation draw. I drew this out saying price action is going to manipulate down here, trading this PD rate, then turn up, and that's exactly what it's doing. So it's following my rules, so I'm going to stick to it. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, legend. I need to change that. Dude, thank you. Beautiful reaction there. Thank you for the subscription. Guys, wasn't it yesterday that we were trying to get to 700? Are we already at 2,740, bro? Beautiful reaction. So I'm going to drag my stop loss now to this low that was formed, just a little bit below. So boom. Just like that, another 1 trade a day entry is now cut risk down to 250. That's 2 days in a row that we can get the outcome of a $250 loss if everything goes left. That's another W in the chat. So, trade went up, drag, stop loss. Worst that can happen is negative 250. I could move my stop loss to break even, which is probably what I'm going to be doing now. But yeah, I would wait for a little bit of a body reaction on this 5-minute. Yeah, I'm dragging my stop to break even here, chat. Just under, actually, just there. No, break even should be good. That's an order block. All right, chat. Break even trade on 1 trade a day. That's our next win. Boom. Journal. Dragged stop loss to break Even. Round of applause. Round of applause. Thank you. Nice trade. Thank you. So if we get our first partial, we'll make our loss back from the previous day. What is this risk, by the way? So my original risk was 31. Okay. We'll just do 30. We'll undervalue it. Or no, I'm not 30. I mean, we'll just do 32. We'll undervalue my stop. Okay. 32. So if this was a 32 calculated stop loss, this is 500 divided by 32 divided by 2. That's 7.8. Okay, roughly 8 contracts. So if we win this trade, that's 6R. But obviously that's going to get pushed down to around 4R. So that's 500 times 4. That would be a $2,000 trade if we win this, chat. Beautiful reaction so far. Let me put on my executions. And our first partial. Take 2 contracts off.
Order filled.
W in chat. What are we at now? What are we at? Ah! Okay, we're $60 under. Our first partial was $225. Oh, no. Yeah. Right? Yeah. We're actually going to drag my stop loss a little bit here. So we confirmed made our loss back from yesterday. Another beautiful trade, just like that, chat. Just like that. W's in the chat. I do this every single day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to watch my live stream every day. I also live stream on TikTok every PM session. And there's your TP. Nice. Change myself up to 6. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. Yo, I'm just too excited. Thank you, by the way. Hopefully it's not turtle souping that. That looks like a nice turtle soup there. We have SMT as well. I'm going to drag my stop loss a little bit up more to guarantee a little bit more profits here. But I'm not going to drag it more than that because that could be, in a new 5 minute, that could be a 5 minute reaction, right? So we also have a little bit of a fair value gap here. Let's see what price action does here. All right, by the time it goes down there, it breaks 3 PD arrays. That's an ICT rule. Once price action breaks 3 PD arrays, you get out 1, 2, 3. Stop loss. What's up, Lavi? Nakib Hussein, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it, my man. You think if I copy trades, you can pass it? Well, that's what I'm doing right now is a challenge where I'm copy trading on live an advanced Tradeify account, publicly showing all my executions and my account balance and number. 1 trade a day. First partial taken, dragged, stop loss in profit. Yesterday's loss has been recovered. I'm happy. Is there a trailing drawdown rule on Tradeify, chat? Remember, I'm also doing the advanced one. Trailing max drawdown 4,500. Okay. Is this advanced? Yeah. Okay. So that means I could probably risk $750 per trade. Once I get a little bit of a groove into momentum here, I'll risk 750 per trade. Up 400. I'm gonna go golf now. That's a mood, bro. Oh, fuck. I wish I. Oh, I miss golf, bro. Yo, my golf clubs broke. My mom left them in the trunk and then put a chair on them, and they broke. I'm not gonna make her pay me back, but I'm also not gonna speak that too loud. But nice reaction here. It looks like we want to continue up higher for some more longs. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy, chat. Another 2 contracts will get taken off here. Another 2 contracts will get taken off here. And then another 2 will be ridden to all-time highs. Obviously trailing my stop loss. So where will I trail my stop loss if we take this? All the way up to that swing high there, right? So basically, the worst thing that can happen if we take this is like I basically take profit at that. But I don't want to see that bearishness. I want to see it continue up a lot higher here. We already have a nice win in our trade, in the books. Which platform do I use? This is called Tradeovate, and it's because I'm trading Tradeify. I hate the platform Tradeovate though, chat. It's actually annoying. I'm going for all-time highs 2 Vipers, but that's gonna be a runner, right? Why didn't you do Project X? Good question. I don't know. I think it was more expensive. I think it was a waste of money. Ugh. Ugh. Like, why is it more expensive? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? Look. $5. Fuck you. Fuck you and your $5. I'm the type of person that I could be making like $2 million a year, but if it's like $5 extra when it doesn't need to be, fuck you. I'm not doing it. Plus, I'm familiar with Tradeovate. It's not that big of an issue. I feel like other people are familiar with that too, so you can see. Tax write-off? I guess so. We missed that move, but it's all good. It is all good, my men. Don't have FOMO. Why not using it on TradingView via the... I am using it on TradingView. That's why I use Tradeovate. You see? This is TradingView. I have trouble knowing how to add in stops and take profits on Tradeovate. So it's... I had a lot of trouble learning that when I first started trading it. But you basically right-click or you left-click. And if you're in a long, it's a sell stop for stop loss. And it's a sell limit for take profit. Vice versa. For and make sure the contract size is the same as how many you're in, because that changes. We're about $1,000 in profit now. You have to execute it on Tradeovate and then put it on TradingView. You know what? I woke up sick. I got on the stream late, but that is forgiven because of this beautiful trade that we're in. Well, I'm using Tradeovate in the browser, use it directly in TradingView. That is literally what I'm doing, dude. Do you not see the word Tradeovate right here? I have to have it open as well. It's easier to take partials, to maybe exit market control, to manage the trade, to look at my balance. Like, pretty sure it's gonna take the lowers its liquidity above and equal highs, super winning trade, hopefully. No worries, brother. I'm just hoping it goes up to this partial. If it goes up to this partial, we guarantee $1,000 in profit, more than maybe like $1,200 in profit. So that'll be the nice winning trade. No matter what, if we go up to that partial, this is a big winning trade. But if we don't go up to that partial, it's not. But it looks like it wants to. It shows no sign. Nvidia's just reversing again. Just back up to almost all-time highs here, right? Trade into that hourly. It looks like we still need that distribution. This market is back up, looking pretty healthy. Everything's doing pretty good, chat. Tesla's doing pretty good. Reddit's down 8%. ChatGPT not using much of its data anymore? No way. That is the only sold reason why it was going up. Nvidia's back negative. I don't like that. I want to see Nvidia push up. But we're about to get our next partial, chat. What is this partial? Previous day high. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to 2 contracts. Get ready to take that partial. Question with tops up. When taking partials, you would put sell limit when in a buy position. For your take profit, yes. But make sure it's less contracts. I don't like putting limit orders. So what I do is I just I just close it when it happens. Because usually when I do take partials, it tends to run past a little bit by the time I close. Partials are the way now, because if it doesn't take liquidity or draw, your emotions start going through the roof. Exactly. Caught the short off the manipulation, done for the day. Nice, trader guy. Yo, White Wolf, you still in here? Did you take the trade? No, I don't need an editor. Thank you, though. We have a little 5-minute fair value up there. I don't like how it's potentially reversing after taking that high. But we have SMT. But I'm not too worried. We got a 5-minute fair value gap, right? I gotta trust the outcome of this trade, the draw on liquidity. Ben, do you take trades off stream? Never. Jamal, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I made 763 through all my 100k eval. Next trade, I'm going to start closing partials manually. Yes, manually partials is way better. Bro, when you said I'm closing, I wanted to close partials and close my full position. No way. Did you win a little bit though? Like, that was up here, right? That means you won the trade though, right? Yes, that's good. What are you talking about? You won the trade, bro. Here to here. Why are you upset? You just made money. Think about it this way. If this was your target, you'd be happy. Oh, you closed it here. It's okay, bro. Like, that must suck. But what can make that worse is by chasing. You know what that could have been the route of? You could have been panicking. You could be too, like, emotional, like, okay, what is he did that? And then, oh, he just closed, and then closed it. All right, when you're trading, you have to breathe, and when you feel yourself overthinking, you have to go calm. I don't think you want to wait for a pullback, because I don't think price should pull back. Nvidia's ripping now. Nvidia's about to take all-time highs again. So it would make sense to completely rip up higher on the NASDAQ here. We had a little bit of accumulation here, manipulation down to that little fair value gap and order block. We should rip up higher from this point. Don't chase though, White Wolf. You can turn a break-even day into a really bad emotional losing day if you chase. There's always going to be another winning trade. I wouldn't add another entry. Unless you're looking for all-time highs, then yes, I would add another entry. Just do IOFED, but at your own risk. but I've been actually struggling with this part of psychology. So like I'll see my setup and it's a good spot entry and I'm scared to lose. How do you overcome that? By studying your model more often. When you don't trust your model enough, and I'm gonna stop yapping for a second to get ready to partial, but when you trust your model enough, you know that win or lose, your model's gonna perform over time. But if you don't trust your model, you're gonna be scared over one loss. You have to understand that one loss is nothing. Beautiful rip into my second partial soon, chat. Another 2 contracts getting ready to sell. Yes! You know how long we needed this big win, bro? I'm so happy to be doing it on that challenge too. When you trust your model, and that comes from back testing and forward testing and sticking to the same model, you know that your system, you're not trading emotions. So if as long as you stick to your model and you take every model entry you see, over time, it's gonna work. So that means when you get into a trade and lose, it doesn't matter. You'll go back up. Yesterday, when I got into that trade, I had no emotions. I lost. But today, I made it back. Plus, hopefully more. How am I this wise at my age? I don't know. I think people call me an old soul then. Oh, chat. Partial. I'm going to take it now.
Order filled.
Bang! Woohoo! Look at that. Guaranteed big profit on the day. Gonna drag my stop a little bit here. Where are we dragging that baby? I don't think we should drag it. I'm not dragging my stop. But that's an extra what? Like 150 bucks. So guaranteed like $600 profit on the trade. Will you rip above that high? I'll drag my stop loss up there. Bro, I was like 50 away from blowing my express. You saved me. Let's go, Seth. Let's go. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We trade every single day, AM session on YouTube, PM on TikTok. If you want more content side of more like stream deck, like that type of funny stuff, follow me on TikTok, watch my PM session. But if you want more super hyper focus, journaling, proper trading, subscribe notifications on YouTube. Also, I have a free Discord where I post all my trade recaps. If you see today, yesterday I posted this analysis. Look what happened. Boom, boom. Okay, because this trade aligned so good with my plan, but I was scared of losing, so I didn't take it. Yep. Well, that's what happens, man. It's just confidence. You got to trust. You got to study more. That just means you have to study more. Nice little fair value gap reaction. Looks like it's respecting consequent encroachment, but it could go down to that lower fair value gap. I had a $1,000 negative $1,000 day today on my first 150K Apex account and just got back to break even today, which feels like a win. It is a win. But you can see that our account balance is now at, if we close the trade now, 1,000. But our account balance is now at a beautiful $300 in profit. These are micros. Notice how I took a partial here even though it didn't take it, because I saw that reaction and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna be greedy over that little bit. It could form equal highs. You never know. I'm gonna take my partials even if it's like 20 bucks less and be okay with it. Nvidia broke all-time highs. Beautiful as always. It's not a 4-day losing streak. It was a 3-day losing streak. If I lost today, it would have been a 4-day. I'm not worried, chat. We have a potential 15-minute fair value gap down there. I don't like that wick though. Right? But there's a 5-minute fair value gap that we could be trading to. Right? I'm not gonna be scared. It could just be a pullback. If we're gonna go all the way to all-time highs, we're gonna have some times where price action is gonna pull back down a little deeper. So I'm not gonna anticipate a reversal. I'm not gonna close my trade in panic yet. Just gonna be patient. Let it go. Am I trading eval live? I'm doing the 1 trade a day challenge, so you can see trade of 8 account. Here's my account number if you want to see all the trade entries. We just started it, and here's the balance. And then here's proof as well. For full transparency, you can see here's the account number if you want to see, if you want to search it up and look at the full transparency of the trades. Here's the all trades, the profit trades. Here's the open profit. Here's the entry. Michael Torres, thank you. That's name sounds familiar for the subscription. It's a Tradeify account. How do you manually partial? You just, when you're ready, put the contract size to how much you want to take off, which shouldn't be 6 here. I'll show you an example. Here's a stop loss. You go to, how many am I in? 4. You see right there. Okay, 4. Put the contract size to 4. Drag my stop loss. Sell stop at 4. Boom. That's what you do in profit though, right? That's a stop. It would be limit. It'd be a sell limit if you're in a long. Lesson I learned for today is to close partials manually and do not set limits or buy limits. Yes, definitely. Because here's the thing. You might have a reason to hold on to that trade and not take a partial. Right? You might see price action go and you'd be like, oh shit, I'm not going to take it. But if it's a limit, there's nothing you can do. Same with taking an entry. Never use limit orders. That is the dumbest thing you can do for an entry, is put a limit order. The biggest advantage you have in taking in an entry is waiting for a reaction. If you were taking an entry off this order block, you wouldn't take it as soon as it traded to it. You would wait for it to go up higher, maybe form a swing low, then take it. Because if you would have took an entry on this fair value gap and didn't wait for it, you just took an entry as soon as it entered in, stopped. Same with this. Stopped. But if you would have waited for a consequent encroachment reaction, which you never got, you would have saved yourself from a loss. This trade turns me on. Hey, yo. Nvidia's up 0.6. We're ripping in all-time highs in Nvidia, baby. I love it. I love it. Looks like we're having a very bullish month. Today is October 1st, too, chat. We just traded all the way down into that fair value gap on the monthly. It does look like Nvidia is going to have a very bullish month. $200 Nvidia this month is anticipated. Everybody, yo, we're 1 subscriber away from 2,760. Let's hit that number, chat. Who's going to be the next subscriber? If you aren't subscribed yet, make sure to hit subscribe to help me continue what I do for free. $275,000 in funded account payouts, and I live stream every single day. Money spread on my C8 Corvette. Tips on passing a 50K funded. Consistency. Low risk. Consistency. JTR. Thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. That should update in a sec, unless someone unsubscribed. There we go. Kill a machine. Thank you. Again, I'm not going to close prematurely yet. We have a 15-minute fair value gap there we can trade to. The 15-minute just opened. So what can happen is open, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right? So we can anticipate a little bit of a pullback here. Not going to adjust my stop yet. We're in this trade for the long run, chat. So we just got to be patient. RMA, thank you for the subscription. There's no reason to get out of the trade yet. Big body Benz. The first car I'm getting if I had unlimited money is a Porsche GT3 RS. Or I like McLarens. I want to get a McLaren. I feel like they're like super light toys. Whoa. What is this? Apex is having a summit? Chat, should I go to the Apex Trader Funding Summit? Paper trade in the PM session? Most of the time, Juan. Where is it? Where's the summit? All right, well, let's just sign up. Benjamin. Claim my free ticket. I can fly to America if it's close. But if it's in like Texas or something, I'm not doing that. What is this? Trader Hub, your best research capacity? Nah. All this is just some retail stuff, so I'm not going to claim my free gifts. Okay, did I get my free ticket, chat? Am I going? Am I going to see some of you guys there? I'm Canadian. I'm from Toronto. Congratulations, I'm registered. Where is the Wealth 365 Apex Summit? Oh, it's an online only. Get the fuck out of here. I thought it was an in-person summit, bro. Get the fuck. Get out! Dude, that is just, bro. Looks like we don't like that reaction so far yet, though, chat. But there's a 15-minute fair value up there, so. All right, yes is about to be in that 15-minute as well. Nvidia's ripping in all-time highs. YM still hasn't broken that 15-minute high. What time is it? It's 10:50. Maybe 11 a.m. can rip us higher. What do you think about the Raptors? I don't watch basketball, but hopefully they'll be good. We are in that macro now. Let's see some volatility. Thank you for the subscription, my man. Gotta work. Gotta go to work. Don't miss me too much. Oh, Mason, I'll miss you. You watch soccer? A little bit. I'm a football guy, chat. I'm a football guy. I was a quarterback, so I love everything football. What team? Arizona Cardinals. You're a Vikings fan? Bro, you're 6 mil funded at Apex. You should be speaking. There's no attend. There's no event. It's an online only event. I'm not going there. And I was gonna, if it was an in-person event, I was gonna DM some people at Apex saying, hey, listen, I want VIP access if I come. They would have given it to me. Thank you, Chico. Targeting all-time highs, yeah. But that's gonna leave a runner. I'm mainly targeting weekly high, Monday's high. Chat, can you believe that we had 10K followers on TikTok, bro? Oh, what's up, Alex? Look at this beautiful win that we're in. Resting $600 in profit, and we already have $600 in profit. So right now we're resting 1,200 bucks in profit. But it could go down. But we guaranteed 600 bucks, 700 bucks. Did you see all the tentative in Forex Factory calendar for non-farm Thursday and Friday because of the shutdown? I've personally not dealt with that price action before. So the last government shutdown was in 2018. And basically what it is it affects the healthcare company and politics, but it doesn't affect the stock market. Don't worry about it too much. I want to show you exactly why you shouldn't worry about it too much. Oh, that's a micro chart. I won't do it on the micro. I'll show you exactly why, chat. We're going to go back down to the government shutdown and what happened previously. We just came out from a huge crash, right? Government shutdown was over the weekend of Christmas, so it was a holiday. So it opens up and gaps lower rapidly, manipulating people into getting into short. And then goes up 5.7%. And since then, rips in all-time highs all the way up till COVID. Huge COVID rip, insane, double the NASDAQ. So don't think anything too crazy that's going to happen, guys. Don't let it affect your trading too much. Don't think it's going to... Usually, a lot of the times, price action, when the government implicates something that will drive fear into the markets, they're going to drive it up. I said the last shutdown was in 2018 of December 22nd, over Christmas. And Trump was in office there as well, so. Political theater. Patience is key, chat. Everybody, if you aren't following my Twitter, I make sure to follow that. I am the most active there. So make sure to follow that Twitter. But we just got to be patient, chat. We just got to wait. I've been trading since 2020. What's my Twitter? Link in the description, but it's also just Benjamin SMC. I'm almost at 10,000 followers. It's Benjamin _ SMC. I'm very active on there, so make sure to follow me on Twitter. Help me get to 10K followers. Headed out for the day, Ben. Great day for me. 1-3 trades. Wishing you the best. Let's go, brother. Let's go, Maximus. Nice, my man. I'll see you in the next one, brother. Don't like how NVIDIA's failing, but it's 11 a.m. in 4 minutes. Wow, this market's ripping. As soon as I say that, it goes down. We just got to be patient. Just patient, chat. That's all it is. Thank you for the subscription. Here's the Tradeovate, if you don't believe me. There we go. We're starting to move up higher now. ICT 2022 mentorship on YouTube. Patience, fellas. Uh-oh, did I close everything? Oh, no, I'm good. I don't like how it's so slow, but it's probably waiting for 11 a.m. It could even go back down to that 15-minute fair value gap. Made those equal highs, so I'm not too worried. I do think it's still gonna rip. Just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. We got roughly 1 minute until 11 a.m. So let's see what happens. I'll get a journal. Price is taking a while to partials taken already, just waiting. All right, 30 seconds, chat. Predictions. Thank you for the subscriptions, fellas. You're from Canada, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Whoops. There we go. 11 a.m. Did we get our speed? Oh, well, PG, I'm actually from Saga. I just say Toronto. Put where you're from in Saga. I'm not going to say where I'm from, but if you, like, if it's close, I'll let you know. but I am in Saga. Square One area, 5 minutes from there. I'm in Lorne Park. Yes, Mississauga. There's our rip up higher. That's what I like to see. Once we get the confirmation that price action shouldn't go back down to that 15-minute fair value gap, I'll drag my stop loss. So it needs like an expansion up here. You're also from Mississauga. Sick. Anyone in the Lorne Park area? You're also near Square One. Dude, PJ is too. Beautiful, beautiful rip above those highs again. Patience pays, fellas. That's why we waited throughout that whole consolidation. Didn't take a partial off, didn't close. Like 20 minutes from you, yeah. You're from South Florida? Yeah, I'm not anywhere near there. Do want to see these highs getting taken, though. I want to see that. I want to see the new high of the week being formed today. There we go. There's the rip that we've been waiting for. 11 a.m. does it once again. We need a little bit more of a rip up higher for me to drag my stop loss. A nice body above that high, though. I think one more rip higher and I'll drag my stop. I'd rather live in Canada. Yeah, I used to want to live in the States a lot, but ever since I've been seeing a lot of these shootings and all this like anger shit going on, and I feel like the States is lost cause right now. And I feel very safe in Canada. Like in Canada, you could yell and get in a fist fight or even get in a full-on argument with a stranger and not fear for your life. Oh yeah, Florida is nice. It's beautiful there. Miami. Those videos of ICE getting people is messed up. Well, I mean, like, they are getting illegal immigrants. It is messed up, but like, how else are you gonna get them out of the country, right? It's sad that we come to this point. Yo, in Quebec, which is the province that's next to Ontario in Canada, they banned all public prayer and face masks. So if you're Muslim, you're not allowed to wear a hijab. You're not allowed to do public prayer, like roll out the mat and kneel. You're not allowed to do anything. But on the downside is you're not allowed to wear a cross publicly. It has to be tucked in. Yeah. But it's sad, but that's what it has to come to. You know what I mean? But they banned hijabs, face masks, everything. It's sad, but we've came to that point of our career that we have to choose that, or else we're going to get completely overtaken. Do you use SMT? Yes, I do. So that's not a good reaction. That could be potential market structure shift. So I'm going to drag my stop loss now to confirm $1,000 in profit on the trade, no matter what. So we're closing the day no matter what, up $1,000. It should react to that fair value gap and turn up. Drag it a little bit more too here. In Quebec, the province of Quebec. I kind of want to close now. It's disrespecting these PD rays, which means it literally just has nothing to go to. It's probably going to go down there. I'm really thinking about it. I'll drive my stop loss to these lows. So no matter what, we have this winning trade. I'm going to show you. One second. No matter what, we had 2RR today, which was still pretty good. A little bit more though because of that partial. So no matter what, we had about 3R. I'm gonna take an extra partial off here. We're in that inversion fair value gap. I'm starting to scale out of this trade after that reaction. Let's see if we can break consequent coaching. If we can, then I won't. Okay, I'm not going to scale out. I'm going to keep my 4 contracts in. I'm just going to drag my stop loss aggressively. So I still think it has higher prices to go to. But I'm potentially going to close the whole trade at that weekly high. I'll leave 1 contract. But we have a nice win today so far. Beautiful. Beautiful. By the way, if you don't know who I am, $275,000 in funded account payouts. Been trading IC concepts for 5+ years. I'm not only a trader, but I also teach the teachings of Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian-focused trader. I don't flex sex, money, clubs, and cars. So if you agree with that and you want to subscribe, I stream every single AM session on YouTube, PM on TikTok. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. But we're in a nice long here waiting for it to turn up. Yes, sir, Chad. When's your goal for 100K on TikTok? I just hit 10K, but I have no idea. Thank you guys for restrictions. Yo, we're 1 away from 770. 2,770. Who's going to be that? We're starting to move up higher, which is nice as well. We just hit 10K yesterday, and we're already at 10.4. So we're about to hit 11K. Have a good day, brother. See you tomorrow. Hey, Lavi, thank you for tuning by, my man. See you tomorrow, brother. I don't like that BPR reaction. Polo, thank you for the subscription. I want to see it turn up. It got a lot slower, which is boring, but the market is showing no sign of reversing. Nvidia is still ripping up in all-time highs now. After turning down negative into that 4-hour, it looks like it has more to rip up too, so... That's a beautiful reaction. Oh, whoops. That's a beautiful reaction on Nvidia too. Look at that. Look, it probably respects consequent encroachment as well. Wow. Wow. I love it when I see IOFED like that. Just down and boom. Breaks that high as well. When I look at Nvidia, Nvidia is the largest stock in the world, so it could potentially drive the NASDAQ. It does sometimes. Great live stream, Ben. Nice trading. Thank you, Juventus. Sadly, can't use TikTok where I live. Hey, it's all good, man. My best trading is on the AM session on YouTube. We should get an expansion to the upside soon, chat. It's going to be 11:10. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions. You guys are legends. I really appreciate it. Bro, this guy's saying he's gonna move out, and he's 18 years old. You can guarantee. Fuck, how do you spell guarantee, bro? Guarantee. Drop you a follow on Twitter. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. So I don't like that reaction. So stop loss is dragged there. Guaranteed $1,000 on this trade. That's the worst case scenario. This guy basically says he's making 6 figures a month. He's 18 years old, and everyone's telling him to move out of his parents' house. No, don't do that, bro. You're too young to do that. Yeah, PB investing. Guys, that rushing the process and spending like you're rich too early, that looks like a nice turtle soup setup, chat. Now, it could go to that 15-minute, but I don't want to hold for that. Time with your family, and also staying safe, bro. Don't agree, do it. I wish I didn't have to pay rent. Yeah, oh, agree, don't do it. Yeah, dude, don't do it, man. Okay, I'm going to close this trade, chat. It looks like it's reversing here. Right? Close this trade. Here, I'm closing.
Order filled.
There's the win, chat. That's the win that we needed. I'll show you what that win was. Yes, we didn't get it to ride all the way, but we had a nice 3R, a little bit under a 3R trade here. As you can see, here's the final balance, 1,142, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade today. Beauty. Here's our account balance after that little loss from yesterday. You can see we're up $851. I'm going to be upping the risk to $750 per trade now, because I feel like I am risking just a little bit too little. Beautiful trade though, chat. If it reverses, it's fine. I got my trade. I'm fine. I'm not worried. But we're going to take our screenshot. Beautiful. Beautiful trade. We're also going to take our screenshot of the trade of 8. There we go. There we go, chat. Other than that, fellas, I think I'm going to jump off the stream, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be live tomorrow, AM session. Beautiful win today. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. See you in the PM. Take care.